weird. Like, it was bad. I haven't seen such disinterest since Brock and Goldberg. Like, that was the first time. So, like, it was so disinterested. And the difference was, at least they had Steve Austin. At least they had Austin in that match to cheer with. There was nothing for them to cheer for in this match. So apparently Brock and Vince had a big altercation right after WrestleMania, before the after party. And Brock was pissed and threw his title belt at Vince. And then just walked off. And then walked off, leaving Paul Heyman to clean up the mess. Leaving Paul to clean up the mess. It's like it's like their on-air character decided to bleed the back on this one, and Brock walked away and let Paul Heyman to deal with this problem. WWE then, like, a couple hours after we're done, announced that they, quote-unquote, re-signed Brock Lesnar and booked him in a steel cage match at Greatest Royal Rumble against Roman Reigns. Okay. What the?
I didn't realize his contract was expiring.
Well, here's the thing. His contract is legitimately expiring soon. That's legit. 100% legit.
So
now,
he re-signed early?
I don't know. That's the thing. And here's the fun part about this story. I was joking around, it was after us. Pro Wrestling.net Live was doing a live show. Pro Wrestling.net Live was going on. This story broke 5 minutes into their show. So they literally had to cover this story live. Like, on their show. It was crazy last Monday. It was absolutely, I was listening to the replay. It was actually pretty funny. It's like, Will's like, Jason, are you on Twitter? Brock just resigned. What? Like, what? Hey, what? Exactly what the reaction was. Pretty much what our reactions were. All of our reactions were like, huh? What? What's going on? Well,
yeah.
So after doing a little bit of research on my end, apparently, if you read the press release, there's no, like, he signed a long-term deal. Like, last time Brock signed, they said he signed for a year. Last time Brock re-signed. When Ronda Rousey signed, she is not public knowledge, but if you looked into it, she signed a 2-year contract. And that's public knowledge if you look for it. If you look for it, it's public knowledge. So, there's no time frame on this contract. So the word is he ran out of dates. Ran out of dates, and they signed him for this show only throughout the belt. And then they'll deal with his contract later.
Oh, okay.
That's what it sounds like going on. So that's why I put quotation marks around re-signed. Because it sounds like he's signed for this show to drop the belt.
Okay.
Which is why they're setting up Roman versus Samoa Joe on Raw for Backlash. Which makes sense. If you're paying attention to Raw, that does make sense.
All right.
Your thoughts?
I mean, it's clear now. I mean, because it was just so confusing when it first came out, and then when you sent me that screen cap of the advertisement, and I said, "What the hell?" Like, it was just like so 1, 2, 3. It was just really odd.
I know, I agree. But that was the news.
Sense.
That was the news in the afternoon. He went on the air. Brock Lesnar was not on TV at all. He was brought up at
of course.
I think the only time Brock was mentioned all show, besides like photos, the screen cap photos they put on throughout the night, was by Roman. I don't think he was mentioned the rest of the show. I honestly don't think so. Maybe Michael Coleman mentioned it once, but it was so not mentioned all night.
The Universal Champion retains at WrestleMania and then does not show up the next night.
Pretty much. And that's, it's funny, even Brock Lesnar used to show up the next night after Mania and then disappear for 6 months.
Right.
You know what I mean? He didn't even show up after the day after Mania. Like, come on, that's ridiculous.
That's ridiculous, yeah.
Well, let's go to Raw. Raw, I enjoyed Raw. I know you were disappointed by the crowd on Raw. I wasn't disappointed. I wasn't disappointed mainly because they got a good show and they were just lively as fuck. And apparently there was shit going on that we weren't seeing on the air, but the problem was there was nothing to rage against. Like, other than Roman Reigns, there was really nothing to rage against. The show was good. The show was really good. It was a good show Monday, and the crowd was great.
It was a good show.
And we'll get into everything, but just to show how loud this crowd was. That was the crowd.
Is that gonna be an alternate?
Yeah, I think so. I think I'll keep that as well. But that was the crowd reaction to Burn It Down. And then that was the top of the show around the first hour, and then they did the same thing louder in the third. Like, holy shit, the crowd loves Seth Rollins. Like, holy crap. What an amazing crowd. That was the start. But we'll get into all the craziness that went down, but I wanted to share We don't do this very often. We don't play Elias performances on the show very often. We really don't. I'll admit, I'm enjoying Elias now. I hate the guy with a passion, and I enjoy him now.
Uh-huh.
But I do want to play. This is the longest clip we're going to play on this whole show, by far. But it's fun. It's fun to listen to.
Oh.
It's Elias, and it edited down because I had a hard time finding the beginning because it was not on the WWE video, but I found it on a different video. But
Okay.
Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, Elias.
WWE stands for. I said WWE stands for. Wow! In 1 year, I have become the biggest musical act on the face of this planet. Last night at Wrestlemania, you all paid to see an Elias performance. But it was interrupted by...
Well, it is the night after WrestleMania. Like Barcelona.
I'd like to know, I didn't do any editing tricks, that's how it was. There was no editing tricks. I didn't loop that. That's actually how it was on the WWE feed. So I just want to make a note of that.
Against Real Madrid.
Now listen. I am going to perform tonight. Granted, I understand it's essentially the same unappreciative crowd full of scumbags from last night. Well, I'm glad you can finally admit it, because right now, I need you all to silence your cell phones, hold your applause, and shut your mouth.
The crowd was amazing. It's fucking amazing. It's funny watching that. And I'm like, I'll be watching it last night and I put this together. And I'm like, oh my God, that crowd. And Elias didn't expect it. I think Elias didn't expect that. And he's like, I'm just going to play with them. I'm going to have some fun. I'm going to have some fun with this.
Yeah, right. Might as well at that point.
For the people that don't know, this wasn't brought up with me and Dad, the Elias was a fucking star in New Orleans. Like, he was a star. And he fucking did a concert at a bar in Bourbon Street randomly. Like, what the hell's going on with Elias lately? Like, what is happening here?
I mean, why not?
Exactly. Well, there was a tweet I saw. What are you thinking if you're drunk on Bourbon Street and you're not a wrestling fan? And all of a sudden you're, excuse me, I am Elias. What the fuck?
Silence your cell phones, hold your applause, and shut your mouth.
Like, what the fuck is going on? What's going on? Oh, so quick story. I was at work yesterday, right? And someone was talking to, a couple of people talking, and talking about being in New Orleans. I'm like, oh, must have been a wrestling fan. I wasn't going to jump in the conversation just in case. And he's like, yeah, I was down, but it was really, really crazy. It was a big wrestling convention going on, and WrestleMania is going on, so we had a hard time getting hotels. And I'm like, did you not know what weekend you were going down to New Orleans? Like, what, did you not know what was going on? It was all over the New Orleans websites. How did you not know what was going on? Like, how did you not realize before you went? Oh, jeez. Okay, moving on. So, I feel like the story of Raw and Smackdown is one person. That would be Paige. And we'll get to the second half of
Can we
Paige.
make a mention about how funny this new meme is with that stupid face she's making from that stupid intro?
Which one? I don't even know which one we're talking about. There's a lot of memes going on with Paige lately. Which one are we talking about?
Well, there was that Simpsons one that I sent you with Mr. Burns hiding from her.
Oh, yes. And there was also one with when she came on SmackDown, we'll talk about it in a few minutes. It was like, her and Xavier are on the same show. Mandy called out, by the way, a half hour before that name went up. Yes. That was like a half hour before that went up. Mandy called that, by the way. I thought that was pretty funny. But Paige officially retires on Monday night. We all knew, but she had to make a public knowledge. And I was over, I'm like, okay. I don't know why. I thought she had longer to her contract. I'm like, why is she retiring today? Like, what happened with Absolution? What's going on? I'm very confused.
Right.
I didn't know what was happening. Why don't you make her a manager? Why can't you just be Absolution's manager? I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Your thoughts on Paige's retirement before we even get to Tuesday?
I mean, I understand obviously why, and it sucks. But yeah, no, I at that moment, of course, obviously we didn't know what was going to happen
exactly.
At that night. But yeah, it was just odd that, why couldn't she just keep going with the role that she was in?
Well, 24 years old. She's 24 years old. It's ridiculous how young she is. It's unreal how young she is.
And she's retired.
She has to retire because of neck problems. It's scary. It's actually fucking scary. Wrestlers should pay attention to that because that's scary. And I know she's been in the ring since she was 15 years old, but guess what? There's a lot of Mexican wrestlers that are still wrestling in their 40s that were starting wrestling when they were 15 years old. So,
yeah,
that's a problem. That's an issue. They should really look into a problem with that because when a 24-year-old have to retire, that's not good. That is not a good thing. But ironically, Paige was not the youngest person mentioned on Wrestling this week. He was not the very good person wrestling.
Let's sigh.
So, I want to play this clip, and then I want to what the fuck your problem is with Nicholas.
And it pains me to even think about this, much less say it. But we're relinquishing the Raw Tag Titles. Nicholas has a scheduling conflict. I mean, he's still in the 4th grade. But I can promise you one thing. As soon as he's done with school, we're coming back for those.
And somebody's going to get these hands!
So, when was the last time you smiled, Sal? What is your problem with the Nicholas storyline?
I'm very upset.
Why? What is your issue with Nicholas?
He doesn't belong, and he made him relinquish the title, and
he's 10.
Awkward.
He's like 10 or 12.
He's very angry.
He's just older than CJ. That's the funniest part about this whole story. He's like a year or two older than my son. Like, when you look at it from that perspective. For those wondering, CJ is in 3rd grade. Nicholas is in 4th grade. Think about that for a second. Oh my God. I enjoyed the whole Nicholas thing. And Braun, a quick story about Braun Strowman that I heard about. So Braun Strowman has apparently decided that he wants to be this generation's Andre the Giant. I think he's decided this on his own.
Okay.
Because apparently Braun Strowman was seen at the airport after WrestleMania, the morning after WrestleMania. Not because he had to be there, but him and Nicholas decided we're going to go to the airport and say goodbye to fans. Just because he wanted to. Just because he wanted to. So there are hundreds of pictures going around of Braun Strowman at the airport on Monday morning, taking pictures with children, like just randomly just being a guy. Not because he was paid to. He just wanted to go down and say goodbye to fans for like 3 or 4 hours at the airport on Monday morning. Just because he's Braun Strowman and because he's a big guy and he's lovable. That's pretty much all he did. Like, that's all he wanted to do. Like, I can't really blame the guy. He just wanted to. He was like, fuck it. Everyone's happy to see me. I might not hold these belts for long, so let's go to the airport and take pictures of fans holding these belts. Because we can.
Why not?
Why not? I love Braun Strowman more and more every week. It's kind of difficult not to love this guy. It's really hard.
Now you see the appeal.
It's fun. I think it's going to be fun. I think it was over on How to Wrestling.